Hi everyone, this is Kyle Treadway with Treadway Development, and today we're going to be doing a walkthrough of my Liquidity Lock Dashboard. A Liquidity Lock contract is basically a vault. It holds your LP tokens and you cannot touch them until the date that you set. This usually happens around the time of launch when you're setting up your liquidity pool on a DEX like Uniswap or SushiSwap. And basically you take your token plus ETH or USDC and you put them in the DEX, and in return, they send you LP tokens, and that's just a proof of your share of the pool. So when you do that, you take those LP tokens and you lock them in the liquidity lock. And what's great about that is it's just showing investors that you're not going to just take all of your tokens and run. It brings the trust. And when people run like that, we call that a rug pull. It happens all the time. And liquidity lock contracts live on chain. So you can verify it on Etherscan. Anyone can do that before they put in a single dollar. So not having a lock is a massive red flag. It is one of the first things that people look at. So let's go ahead and see how this works. Before we connect our wallet, up here, I have the contract verification on Etherscan for the liquidity lock contract. And I'm showing you that because I'm actually going to be doing this run through on Hardhat on localhost, because I can actually push time forward. And I need to be able to do that to show you exactly how this functions. All right, so let's go ahead and connect our wallet. So up here at the top, you can see we have our stat cards. Pretty simple, right? Active amount of locks that are currently happening, the total amount locked as far as individual tokens, and whatever network that you're utilizing. We're going to be doing localhost, so I can actually push the time forward. Let's do here, we have our lock tokens card. This is going to be actually how you lock the tokens. So let's go ahead and do that. I have an initial token address here, Uniswap LP token. It's just a demo to be showing you. Let's do 2000. And let's pick a date. It is April 28th and it's 11:56. So let's just do a few minutes in the future, just 3 minutes in the future. Let's go and lock the token. And it's approving to move the tokens for us out of the wallet, so we're gonna get 2 confirms on this. All right, so now you can see the active locks went up to 1 lock. There's 2,000 tokens, and it's showing here's the countdown timer, and you cannot click this. This is locked, and it'll show withdraw once that opens, which you'll see. Shows the amount that it is. And here you can see it's active, right? We have an all button, and every time that you withdraw and finish out one of the locks, it'll move out of active into all. That way, when you have active, it's just easier to see what you currently have working, and then all if you need to see a complete history. So let's go ahead and do another liquidity lock so you can see that we can do 2. And let's do like 3,000, and let's do maybe like an hour. So 11, so let's do 12:57 p.m. And let's lock some tokens, same thing. We're going to confirm it twice. And then I'll push the time forward and we can go ahead and see how this works. All right, there we go. Perfect. So now let's go ahead and push the time forward and we'll see. All right, so let's refresh that now. And let's go back in and we'll see one of them, boom, is ready to go. So I just pushed this forward a few minutes to make that happen. So now you can see withdraw tokens. All right, so let's go ahead and withdraw the tokens. All right. Perfect. And then let's go ahead and push this through. So I had initially 3,000 tokens in SushiSwap, which I had 5 of the, 5,000 total. We did 2,000. I just brought it back in, so that's 5,000. So we have 0. So once we withdraw this, we'll see this go back up to 3. So let me push some time forward. Okay, now let's refresh and let's go back in. Boom. And you can see that it is now unlocked, so we can withdraw those. Perfect, so let's hit withdraw. And confirm, and let's make sure that those tokens go back into that account. So Sushi LP should be now 3,000, so perfect, exactly what we wanna see. And now we can see those active locks have moved into, or out of active and into all. And that's exactly what we want. So it's pretty clean and simple, straightforward, just shows the amount of locks that you have, the total, and the network. You just place in the address how much you want and the date. And you can see that the date actually has to be in the future. So if I were to place in one of the addresses, and I try to do 1,000, and I tried to pick a date in the past or time in the past, like 11 a.m. of this same day, if I do that, so I unlock date must be in the future. So that's perfect. So basically that's all that it is. You just put the address in for the token, when you want it to be set to, and how much you want, and then you just wait and withdraw it once the time is passed. And that is the Liquidity Lock Dashboard. Thank you so much for your time watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.